Thomas Lang making it go. Back to Lynn. Lynn posts up. Down on the left wing of Lacona. He fakes the pass, but there's a shot from way out front. Swish! That's McGackey. McGackey hits the tray. So McGackey hit that tray. He immediately turned to the student section and acknowledged it. Into Katie. Katie is stuffed. Double clutches and puts it in. Oh, my goodness. What great body control by Cheney.
You know, the beautiful thing on that play, he dished it down low to John Cheney. That was a great look by Ryan Brown.
Team ball.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Linganore High School, home of the Lancers. And we've got some great Friday night high school basketball for you here under the lights in the Linganore Lancers Arena. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play. Joined here courtside with Chris Erickson. Chris, we've got both these teams coming in. Linganore hosting Frederick. Frederick has not beaten Linganore in 2 years with 3 straight losses. But these are very evenly matched teams over the long haul. 11 and 10 separating them over the last 21 games.
Okay, yeah, I was just watching them warming up here, and I hadn't seen Frederick play before. But they got some, looks like they got some serious athletes out there. They move nice. We'll see how that translates to the actual game time.
Well, one of the serious athletes on the Frederick team, by the way, coached by Greg Schreiber at the 3A West. They're 5 and 7 overall, ranked 161st, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
We're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
Do you have a great business with debts that just won't go away? Do you want to pay your creditors but just can't afford their terms? If credit cards and cash advances have put your business behind, the last thing you need is another loan. Corporate Turnaround can help you free up your cash flow and resolve your toughest debts without borrowing and without bankruptcy. We've worked with over 11,000 businesses since 1998. We've settled almost $500 million in business debt for our clients. Credit cards, cash advances, leases, loans, even lawsuits and judgments. If you are ready for a proven way to get your business out of debt, call Corporate Turnaround at 800-588-2910 or visit resolvebusinessdebt.com. 800-588-2910 or visit resolvebusinessdebt.com. 800-588-2910 or visit resolvebusinessdebt.com.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Linganore High School, home of the Lancers, and we're ready for an exciting game. As we mentioned there earlier before we hit the break, these two teams are matching up quite well. They're, like I said, 11 and 10 between them. And you said you were watching them shoot, and they've got some shooters. And then I looked at the stats for their leading scorer, Jameek Hill. He scored 38 points against Walkersville in their last game.
That's impressive. 12 boards, 5 steals. That's almost a full game.
He's the leading scorer on this team, and he's a first-team All-County from last year.
He's on a run. He's a senior, you say?
He's a senior, and he's backed up by Nathan Osai, who had 16 points and 8 assists. This is an experienced team. All three of their best players, Arrington, Osai, and Hill, have played for the last 3 years together.
That really goes for a lot of continuity. In basketball, a lot of times if you just have 3 solid core players, you can go a long way.
On the other side of the equation, the Linganore team comes in Lancers coached by first-year coach Chris O'Connor, took over for Tom Kraft this year in the 3A West. 9 and 3 overall, ranked 61st in the state of Maryland. And O'Connor took over for a coach that coached here for 12 years.
That's a long time. Again, same thing we're looking at from Oakdale. See what kind of transition he has, and does he keep it running, or does he try to change too much at the same time?
Yeah. And O'Connor was a fairly decent athlete himself. He's a free-sport athlete for Urbana. Played for Terry Connolly at Urbana.
Yeah, my son did too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the player that you want to watch for Linganore is Sean Lang. He had 15 points in their last game against South Carroll, and so that's our player to keep an eye on for the Lancers.
Okay, excellent.
All right, so our starters for Linganore, the starting players for the Linganore Lancers. Thank you, sir. Bennett Formulac, number 2. Number 12, Sean Lang. Number 00, Chase Maddox. I got to tell you something funny. My wife said, why would a player have a 0 number? Doesn't that mean they're a 0? And I said, you don't understand sports, honey.
Truly.
Let's see. Number 25, Cole Mitchell, and number 11, Christian Nolan, are starters for Linganore. For Frederick, we've got Jaheim Mosley, number 4. Number 5, Adrian Adlam. Number 11, Jameek Hill. We talked about him. Number 23, Jaden Arrington. And number 25, Nathan Osai. So those are our starters for both of these teams.
And we're shooting a technical foul to start the game off.
Why? What happened?
That's a good question.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
We'll have to figure that one out for you a little bit later and get back to you on that. So there won't be a jump?
No jump ball after the technical. The award is to Linganore, and off they go.
All right, so here we go. Linganore inbound. Chase Maddox out to Sean Lang. Sean Lang drives off the pick, pulls up, looks for the pick and roll, gets the high post, but not quite there. Down in the corner, baseline drive, ball stripped away and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Linganore ball.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Frederick's playing, what they're playing right now. Look almost like a zone, a matchup zone. Right now it looks like they're in a, no, they're in a man. They're in a man.
Stolen by Frederick all the way down. Right-hander off the glass. He misses. Rebound Sean Lang. He kicks it out to number 2. And they go back the other way, and it's knocked out of bounds. There's a whistle. So Bennett Formulac loses it out of bounds on the transition. It'll be white ball, Linganore. Inbound to Maddox. Back to Lang from the corner. Formulac shoots. No good. In and out. Rebound Frederick. Here comes Arrington down the court. Fires it in the corner underneath. Jameek Hill works in. Pulls up with a 5-footer. Off the front iron. No good. Rebound Frederick. And then he loses that out of bounds, and Maddox comes up with it. Maddox down the right side. Crossover dribble. And now we've got a whistle on the crossover. What's the call, Chris?
I missed that there. I had some visual
I think it was
here.
palming. If I had to get, I think I saw the signal for palming. All right, Frederick has the ball. 1-0. Lancers on top, shooting off that technical before the game even began.
Getting half-court pressure. They're in a 1-2. They're in a 2-3 zone. Linganore, they put a little half-court pressure, 3-quarter pressure.
Osai, shot from the top of the key, too hard off the back iron. Rebound Osai, underneath, he loses it. Back out, shot, short off the front of the iron. Frederick gets a good bounce, fires it underneath, stolen. No, it's back in the lane, and now it's stolen by Linganore. So, not too much discipline in the opener here.
Well, Linganore's in a zone, but nobody tried to rebound. They only had one guy rebound. They had 3 guys that were inside from Frederick. That's why they kept getting those offensive rebounds. They got 4 offensive rebounds.
Maddox over to Mitchell. Mitchell drives, and we've got a whistle. Mitchell hits the deck,
Out of
and
bounds.
it's going to be Frederick ball.
Out of bounds. Yeah, here we got 3-quarter court pressure. Got a 1-2, 1-1. Yep, we got a 1-2-2, it looks like, by Linganore.
Break the press. Back to Hill, top of the key. He backs out. Over to Osai. Osai to Hill. Down in the corner. Arrington shoots 5-footer short. Loose ball tipped over the rim. Back to Linganore. Here comes Maddox. Maddox Down the middle of the court, fires it over on the left side. Shot from way out front. Nothing there. Rebound, Frederick. Nobody can get a bucket. Here's the breakaway. Scoop shot.
Good
Blocked off the board as Maddox hit the deck hard, but he blocked it right off the backboard. And here comes Linganore, wide open, baseline drive in the corner, and we've got some bodies and an offensive charge.
Yeah, he almost pinned that on the backboard that time. Lost his footing and hit the floor hard, and then they ran it back and they got a charge there.
So obviously the ball was on its upward arc towards the basket when he pinned it, because it looked like goaltending to me.
No, the ball was still going up. If he pins it after the ball hits the backboard, then the ball automatically is a goaltending. But he got it, he hit it before, on its way up and before it hit the backboard.
Shot from Hill, no good. Oh, and it gets a good bounce and a roll, and it drops.
Got pressure now from Frederick, 3/4 court. Yep. Now they're doing a good job here. Linganore moved it all the way up, and they only had one dribble, which is the way you break a press. You don't break a press by dribbling.
Shot from the wing, no good, and we've got a loose ball, rebound, back up, and it's good.
Excellent job by Linganore. Very disciplined. They're pressuring back now, and we'll see how. Oh.
Stolen.
Linganore's got the ball.
Here come the Lancers. Shot from right underneath, rims in and out, rebound Frederick. Frederick back the other way. Behind the back dribble, down on the left side. Hill they work back around the perimeter. Out front, lose the ball, Arrington comes up with it. Bounce pass underneath, fakes the shot, drives and shoots the runner, and it's good.
Pressure by Frederick now. Same thing.
Yaheem Mosley with the bucket.
The key to beating a press is they're doing it right here.
From the corner, Nolan, no good. Rebound, Frederick. 4-3. Frederick has the lead in the ball. Pull-up shot. He walked.
Yeah.
So
Mosley ball down at the other end, but you watch here, they're getting pressured by Linganore, and they're doing a really good job. Two keys to breaking the pressure is, one, don't let the first guy get up close to you, okay, and then pass the ball. Don't dribble. They're doing a really good job of that. One dribble and a pass. They're up court now. They broke the press again. Easy peasy.
Palacio back over. A little shake and bake to Formulac, and then we've got a whistle.
Yeah, looks like the pressure that Linganore is putting on right now, with just a little bit forward of the half court, is just to slow them down. You're not really trying to trap or beat them up. They're just trying to slow the offense down, prevent them from getting into their offense, getting comfortable.
Hill loses it from Palacios, picks it up, pulls up and drives, shoots off the glass and scores.
That was a charge, and they didn't call it. Although it might have been a little bit of acting too. See, they bring pressure again.
Playing catch cross court, they bring it across midcourt. Get out of that press, wide open, scoop shot to the lane, and he scores. Number 2 puts it in, Formulac.
That was his Kyrie Irving imitation right there. Off the backboard, there was a little English on it, or French, or German, or whatever it was, and slid it in, very nice. Pressure now 3/4 court by Linganore, 1-2-2 press.
Arrington back over to Hill. Hill to Arrington. Arrington down the right side. Back in the corner to Hill. Hill goes baseline, then drives, pulls up in the lane, shoots, no good, gets his own tip back, and it's knocked away out of bounds, Frederick ball.
Yeah, we got out of bounds play now. They're in the zone, Linganore's zone.
Oside to inbound. Kicks it all the way out to Arrington. Arrington, top of the key. Drifts right.
2-3 zone. What you watch in the back line here in the 2-3, you see these guys in the back line. They're up all pretty far up. They're out of position actually. They're too far up. And you just almost saw it right there where number 25 here went baseline on the guy who's on the wing for Linganore. That's because he's way too far. He shouldn't be giving up that kind of baseline position.
Absolutely. Number 13 to inbound into Formulac.
Pressure again by Frederick. Good passing work. Good passing work. Breaking the pressure here by Linganore.
Back around the loop. Nolan with the ball. Now we've got a whistle and a traveling violation.
Michael, let me ask you a quick question. You've seen Frederick play this year?
Yes, absolutely.
Have they pressured their previous opponent?
They have. That's something
okay.
they like to do.
So you can tell that the coach for Linganore was prepared for this, and he's obviously drilled these guys pretty good on breaking that press.
Absolutely. Frederick with the ball now and a 1-point lead. As they work around the perimeter, they set the play. Oside, top of the key, dribbles. Passes down on the left wing, back to Oside. They work back around, drive to the baseline. Runner, no good off the glass. 3-man block out, Chris. Linganore comes down hard. Spin move. Whistle on the spin move. Nolan with the ball is going to draw the foul.
They've got the body on the lower half, so Linganore's ball. We've got 2 team fouls for Frederick.
1:41 to go in the first. Frederick leads it by 6-5.
Got out of bounds play all in man-to-man by Frederick.
Cross court to Lang, down in the corner to Mosley, back to Lang. Mosley shoots from the corner, no good. Off the rim, Frederick with the rebound. Here they come on the run. Straight up to the hoop, and he scores.
All right, well that was, if you go back and coach that one of the things about advancing the ball, the rule of thumb against a fast break is stop the penetration of the ball. Don't let the guy with the ball make it past the free throw line. Nobody came up and challenged him. He went all the way to the hoops. It was a nice play on his part.
Linganore shoots, misses, loses the rebound. Frederick comes up with it. Hill draws the foul.
He hit him about 3 different times. They finally called the foul on the third one.
Well, as you notice down the other way, when Frederick went for the offensive boards, both the offensive boards guys on Linganore knocked the ball away from each other over to Frederick.
Well, they need to talk to each other about that.
Down on the left wing, they work.
Yeah, I'm looking at the zone, and Linganore's zone.
Lob it in, shot, blocked, cut back, shot again, and scores. That's Shameik Hill. 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Frederick with 35 seconds in the first. Almost stolen.
Yeah, that's one of the things that a zone is designed to do. Zone press is designed to do. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
Came right across the top of the key there, dropped one in for 15.
Nice rainbow.
You got pressure now by Linganore.
Double team, splits them both right up the middle, bounces off the back iron a couple times and comes out. Linganore comes up with it. Palacios down the right side, goes left. Bounce pass, wide open underneath, and a score by Sean Lang. And we've got a 1-point lead. They trimmed 2 out of that 3 at the end of the buzzer. All right, we'll step aside for our first break. We're ready for another 8 minutes on the clock and heading in the second period. You're listening to AM 1450, Cool 1450. We'll be right back.
Gettysburg Auto Auction is looking for additional buyers for our increased car volume. So if you're in the market for a new used car, try this little auction. Gettysburg Auto Auction continues to have the highest customer satisfaction and lowest fees of any auto auction. And our exclusive bid drive-by program allows you to drive your car before you buy it. If you missed out on Gettysburg Auto Auction's Thursday night sale, stop by on Friday for our Leftover Friday sale, where any vehicle still available can be bought on the spot. Gettysburg Auto Auction is located on Route 15 at the Maryland-Pennsylvania line, the Steinway exit. For directions and a sampling of upcoming vehicles, visit GettyAuto.com. Gettysburg Auto Auction, the little auction with a new start time of 6 p.m. and looking for additional buyers to go with our influx of vehicles.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Frederick has the ball and the lead by 1 point as we begin the second period of action here at Linganore High School. Pull-up shot from 10 foot, short off the front of the rim, tip back away out front. Frederick keeps it. Oside down in the corner, shot from the corner, no good. Sean Lang with the rebound, goes right hand down the right side, flicks it out to Palacios. Palacios stops, back to Lang. Lang takes a shot drives the lane, pulls up, has it blocked away. Frederick has the ball. Here comes Frederick on the transition. Outlet. Osai drives the lane, and he has it stuffed. But we've got a foul.
Got him on for reaching in. He made a mistake of hitting the ball.
I get it.
Yes, the ball is, contrary to popular belief, is not part of the body.
You get the impression that sometimes referees just call what they think is going to happen.
Well, this impulsive. They just, they're blowing the whistle, and even like right now, they're out of position.
All right. He gets the front end of the 2 to take them to a 2-point lead, 11-9 now. Frederick to shoot. Osai gets them both. Back to a 3-point lead. Here comes Linganore.
Got pressure.
Cross court to Mosley.
That's
Mosley back to Formulac. Formulac brings it up, gets trapped, stolen by Frederick. Here's the breakaway. Shot off the glass, it's good, and he's fouled. Ho, chest bumps by the Frederick Cadets.
Okay, now that time what happened was they brought it across, they dribbled. He dribbled. He got into the corner, crossed the half-court line, was in the corner, which is the absolute perfect place to trap somebody. They trapped him, he picked up the dribble, he had nowhere to go, and somebody shot the gap, and that's exactly what the half-court trap is designed to do. So that was well done by Frederick, and Linganore was getting a little sloppy. They're starting to throw lob passes. They're in the air way too long, and that's why they're getting intercepted or tipped now.
And he converts. 2 subs into the game now. Ferentz and Schwartzbeck for Linganore as Formulac brings it up. Back over to Mosley, back to Formulac, down in the corner to Ferentz. Ferentz gets trapped, throws it right into the hands of the Frederick player.
Again, you let the defensive players get close to you, they can tip the ball, which is exactly what they just did.
Traveling violation on a good defensive play by the Linganore Lancers, and they'll get it out of bounds.
Yeah, here we got Frederick up 6 now already, 15-9.
6:55 to go in the first half. Inbound by Lang. Lang to Formulac, cross court to Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck gets in trouble, bounce pass to the high post, Lang, and now we've got a traveling violation on Lang. That's 2 in a row, Chris.
Yeah, and what's missing here, and I'm probably analyzing too much here, but they're throwing a lot of cross-court passes to try to break the press, when if you can throw down the line, they've had this double-aught guy here wide open both times, and they're not throwing down the line. That's the open pass. You take the simple pass, don't try to make the difficult pass.
Shot from 20 feet, short, way up in the air, ball hits the rim again. Here comes Lang with the ball. Then he pulls up, holds up, and resets the offense. Over to Formulac. Formulac to Lang. Lang drives, pulls up, shoots on the run, and it's in.
Nice touch there, feather touch, about a 12-footer.
If you remember the name Lang, you know Thomas here a couple years ago, then Nick, and now baby brother Sean is making it happen. Thomas had a great game. Player of the week for his college team this week. There's a shot way out front, no good, rebound Lang. Lang to Formulac. Formulac fires down court to Schwartzbeck. He drives, kicks it underneath to Ferentz. Ferentz loses it, gets it back, drives in, goes off the glass and scores.
That was a nice move. Took him inside, gave him a shoulder, did a spin right into the back, into the backboard.
Shot from 20 feet, rims in and out, rebound Lang. 15-13, 2-point lead for the Cadets. Linganore has the ball. Maddox drives, kicks it out to Ferentz, he scores.
Tie game. Where's Thomas at? Which college?
And we've got a timeout. What was the question?
Where is Thomas at? Which college?
I'd have to look it up. I can't remember. I saw it today.
Well, they've come storming back. We're tie game.
They
5
did.
minutes left.
Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5.
MEC Player of the Week for Shepherd University.
Shepherd.
The junior guard
There you
at
go.
Shepherd.
Yeah. I went to high school not 5 miles away from there.
All right. What's MEC? What's that?
I'm not quite sure.
Me either. That's their conference that they play in. Let's see if I can look it up for you.
Mid-Eastern Conference, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
something like that. Middle Eastern Conference.
Here we go. So got pressure on. They're putting pressure. Got it up half court in the corner.
Baseline drive off his foot, out of bounds, Linganore ball.
Okay, now that time he closed. Lang closed, shut off the baseline drive, and he got the nice result of him dribbling off his foot.
Force Mosley, yeah, out to Lang. He breaks the press, brings it across. Lang back over to Formulak in the corner, wide open. Maddox in and out, rebound, loose ball. Linganore has it.
Yep. Frederick's in a man-to-man.
Formulak goes to Lang on the left. Lang dribbles right. Back to Formulak, looking to his coach now. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Down around the horn, they've got it. Lose it to Frederick. Here comes Frederick on the run with a 3-on-3. Pull-up shot, no, nothing. Doesn't take it. Back around the horn they go. Skip pass cross court. Adlam. And now we go back. Osai drives, kicks it back over. Shot too long, rebound Fred Linganore. Formulak down the right side. Formulak looking to his coach. Gets the signal. Maddox has it. Maddox to Schwartzback. Lang. Shot out front from Formulak, no good. Rebound Frederick. Here comes Frederick on the run.
That's a pretty long three there he was trying. That's about 24 foot or something.
Straight down the middle, number 5 does a spin move, fadeaway, Adlam, and he's called for traveling.
Double dribble. Double dribble. I don't think they call traveling in today's game. It's all European 7 steps and dribble.
Linganore has the ball. We're knotted up at 15 apiece with 3:50 to go in the first half. Schwartzback down in the corner, driving straight to the hoop. Oh, fingertip roll does not go. Here comes Frederick with the ball. Straight to the...
I think the Frederick guy got a piece of that.
Osai scores.
Well, he's racking them up.
Here we go, backing out. Maddox has it, he's trapped. Gives it, no, back to Mitchell, no. Cross court to Schwartzback. Schwartzback slows it down. Palacios out front. Palacios lobs it inside. Back out, wide open. Shot, rims in and out. Loose ball on the ground, there's a scramble. Linganore comes up. Palacios wide open in the corner. There's the tray, it's an air ball. Inbound, save is caught by Frederick. Down court outlet pass to Osai. Trapped underneath. He shoots, misses the block, misses the shot, but he's fouled.
Yeah, he made a mistake of just standing there, and referee called foul on him.
So Nolan got trapped underneath at the other end. Couldn't convert. Frederick comes up with it. And now they're going to shoot 2.
It's interesting with the foot speed you have with Frederick, and they're wanting to trap everything. What we used to do in high school and college was any defensive rebound we used to trap. So if you shot the ball and the other team got the rebound, you'd start your trap stuff right at in your pressure, right at the point of the rebound. I'm curious why they won't try that, because they got the speed for it.
Misses the second one. Lang pulls down the rebound. He goes straight up the middle. Drift to the left, fires it down in the corner. Back around to Palacios. Palacios, between the leg dribble, loses the ball temporarily. Underhand scoop. They tried to give and go, doesn't work. They're on the ground, no good. Here comes Frederick with the ball. They come up with it. Straight to the hoop, kicks it out, wide open. Jamie Kill from the corner. Boom! The first tray of the game.
And they got pressure right now. Now they got pressure, 3/4 court.
They break the press up the middle. Lang pulls up, shoots his three-pointer, no good. Rebound Frederick down the right side. Jamie Kill with it, guarded by Palacios. Slows down, sets it up. Cross court to Arrington, back to Hill. Hill asks for help, brings the offense out. Back to Arrington on the left.
Yeah, here we're in a man now for Linganore.
Osai pulls up and shoots, no good, up in the air. Rebound, loose ball, Frederick comes up with it.
Yeah, he had both hands on the ball and still lost it.
Back over to Ward. Ward's in the game now. Alex Ward for the Cadets. Osai, top of the key.
So Linganore is now man-to-man. So we're seeing all sorts of bunching up right now. Frederick doesn't know. It looked a little bit disoriented.
Shot from way out front. It's an air ball, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Linganore ball.
Yeah, I mean, he had 5 players nowhere close to the basket, and he's taking a 20-some footer, which is exactly what Linganore wants them to do. So switching up like that from the zone they were in for most of the first 2 quarters paid off a little bit. There was a lot of confusion there in Frederick.
Ferentz and Formulak check into the game now for Linganore. Cross court to Ferentz, down court to Lang. Lang bounce pass straight up to the hoop, pulls up underneath to Ferentz. Ferentz puts it in. Frederick with the ball with a 4-point lead, 21-17 with a minute on the clock in the first half. Underneath, wide open baseline, kicks it back out. He had that one, Chris.
I don't know if you know.
If he uses his body, man, he goes up right-handed.
Well, yeah. But you know, the game today is penetrate and kick, so he kicked out to a guy who was there for a 3-pointer who did not take the shot.
There's speaking of shots, there goes one from Matibia, and he misses at the buzzer, the shot clock buzzer. Here comes Linganore, and it's stolen by Frederick, stolen back by Linganore. Straight to the hoop, hanging pump shot, and it goes. Formulak gets 2.
See, that was collusion because they both lost the ball and they both got a steal on the stat sheet. So they had that one planned way ahead of time.
Padding the stats.
That's right.
Oh, and Hill makes a mental error by dribbling the ball off his thigh and out of bounds.
Collusion is the word of the year anyway. So.
It is. That's your 50-cent word for tonight.
It's the overused word of the year. 2-point game.
21-19, 17 seconds on the clock. Linganore can tie it up at the half. Up the middle, Formulak. Looking for the pick. Drives off the pick. Back to Lang. Lang drives straight up, wide open, and scores.
That was a nice move.
That's it. Tied up at 21 apiece, and that's the buzzer, and we're going to the locker room as if the first half never even counted.
That's right. We'll have to do it all over again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in just a few for your first half wrap-up. You're listening to Cool 1450 AM, and this is your home for great high school sports.
Daily specials are great this time of year at the Shamrock in Thurmont, like corned beef and cabbage every Monday or prime rib every Wednesday, and for a limited time, the famous Shamrock pot roast. Other great and tasty favorites include the Shamrock's hefty fried oyster sandwiches, specially created salads, and drink specials too. Relax in the pub or dining room, and with the holidays here, buy a Shamrock gift certificate. Always appreciated. Come on by and have an amazing dining experience at the Shamrock on US 15 Thurmont or online at shamrockrestaurant.com. Closed Tuesdays.
Where do you get your real-time information? News, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, or traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com, a live information window to Frederick County.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's it. The first half is in the books. We're at halftime here at Linganore High School with the Linganore Lancers 21 and the Frederick Cadets 21. And Chris, what's your observation for that first half?
Well, my observation globally is both these teams are on par with Oakdale, easy.
Okay.
In terms of talent and everything else.
Yeah.
And, Linganore is better disciplined, but Frederick is sitting there. They're sticking to their game plans. Now, Linganore in the first half, their zone was a good thing to start with, but it kind of failed them because all the players are slightly out of position. They weren't moving. This is the common mistake on a zone. Every time the ball moves in a zone, all 5 players in a zone have to move and adjust. And they're way too extended forward, which means that they're giving people on the baseline avenues to getting rebounds. So you saw, even though they had a zone, which is supposed to protect you and give you a chance to get all the rebounds so you can break out in fast break, what they were doing, they moved forward so far that they're losing rebounds on the offensive side and getting crashed. Now their switch at the end to a man really confused Frederick because they're all standing around like, what is this? I mean, what am I doing? And so that really made some difference. But and staying on Linganore for a second, breaking the press they were magnificent the first quarter or so. They passed the ball. The passes were straight lines and crisp. In the second quarter, they started losing the ball because they were throwing lobbing across court passes that were in the air a long time, and they weren't throwing to the easy pass. So when you play against that, you throw to the guy who's easy. If he's only 7 feet from you, you give it to him, then you move to a different spot.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. And you don't dribble. Now they started to dribble. Now they started to lose the ball. They started getting trapped.
Right.
So give credit to Frederick for staying in there and keeping at it and keeping at it and keeping at it. They kind of wore them down and got them into their bad habits. Frederick, I still haven't figured out what kind of offense they run. I'm not sure they're running one.
They're not. You're right. I was going to make that observation myself.
Yeah, it's like just opportunity and crash the board.
Kind of like Tuscarora, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the observation I was going to make is I think Frederick is a more skilled basketball team. They've got better skilled players, but because they're running this kind of undisciplined, helter-skelter, you get the ball and shoot it if you can offense, Linganore is in the game.
Well, and they're getting ahead in the second quarter is because they're putting pressure, they're getting the ball, and they're good in the open floor and taking it to the basket. Linganore isn't getting back. Again, I mentioned before, whenever you have a guy running fast break, and we saw this several times, the guards usually has to take over. They must go challenge the guy and stop the progress of the ball. You want them to pass the ball at the top of the circle or the free throw line. You're seeing these guys go all the way to the basket, and that should never happen.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity for the coach at Linganore to have a great chalkboard talk at halftime.
And say, don't let them drive the hoop.
Exactly. I'm sure he's seeing the same thing.
Yeah. All right, well, there's our first half wrap-up. We'll be back. We've got about 5 minutes to go. We'll play a little music, a few spots for you. We want to thank our sponsors for making this game possible: Center of Life Chiropractic, Gettysburg Auto Auction, and Woodsboro Bank. We'll be right back after these messages and a little music for you.
Are you sick of paying bank fees just to talk to someone? Want to get out of the big banking world and be more than just an account number? Woodsboro Bank is committed to banking that truly serves the needs of their customers and Frederick County. You'll get personal small-town customer service at their 7 local offices. And with no-fee use of Woodsboro Bank's ATMs and all 32,000 all-point ATMs nationwide, you'll get big city convenience. Woodsboro Bank offers versatile checking accounts designed to accommodate your specific needs. Business owners can also appreciate the convenience and revenue building power of Woodsboro Bank's many commercial services. Discover the many advantages of local-owned community banking.
Visit Woodsboro Bank at their new location on Frederick Road next to Mountain Gate Family Restaurant. Or call
Cool 1450 AM WTHU, where Frederick County High School sports and the greatest hits of all time come to play.
Do you like good music? I remember when rock was young.
after the game, keep it here 24/7 on the station that rocks the Catoctons with the greatest hits of all time. Cool 1450 AM, WTHU, and online anytime at WTHU.org.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
David Salon is a sophisticated hair salon that will pamper you in a big city atmosphere with personalized small town service. Conveniently located in the Walkers Village Shopping Center in Walkersville, create the new you with one of our experienced, innovative stylists. David Salon will help you look and feel your absolute best. Color, waxing, facials, manicures, pedicures, and more. Men and women love David Salon. Call for an appointment today at 301-845-4050. That's 301-845-4050. Or check us out online at davidsalons.com. David's Salon is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics. Continuing the tradition of great high school sports in and around our region, tune in Fridays at 6:30 p.m. for Frederick County Scoreboard. Player and coach interviews, game previews, exciting matchup, and scores and standings around the league. That's Frederick County Scoreboard, Fridays at 6:30 p.m. just before the game on Cool 1450 AM WTHU.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There's the buzzer signaling the end of the first half break. We're knotted up at 21 apiece, and we're going to play another 16 minutes of basketball here. Chris, what do you expect the coaches might have said to their respective teams in the dressing room?
Well, in the case of Frederick, I tell them, well, first off, we'll see what happens if they come out and man again.
Right.
But in Frederick, I just keep doing what they're doing. Keep the pressure. Again, one of the tricks I would attempt is to trap the ball on the defensive rebound. You know, when Linganore gets a rebound, trap them at that point. I think that would really mess them up. Okay, because they probably haven't seen that kind of a thing. If I'm Linganore, it's all about discipline. You know, they got to get disciplined. They got to, make the easy pass to break the press and keep moving the ball on offense. They do move the ball very, very well, but they just got to keep doing it. So I think it's some minor adjustments, and we'll have another rip-roaring half right now.
All right. Well, Lang will inbound the ball here to start the second half for Linganore to Formulac, and here we go. So Formulac directs traffic back over to Lang. Lang in the middle, bounce pass underneath, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Here comes Frederick.
No, he had it there. All he had to do was take it up hard.
Cole Mitchell underneath got caught. There's a shot from the corner, air ball right into the arms of Maddox.
And so Linganore's coming out in man-to-man like they ended up in the second quarter. And there's no pressure from Frederick right now. They're in a straight man, letting them play. They're doing a little weave in the top
Running a weave, yeah, here they go. Maddox to Lang, Lang to Formulac, Lang on the wing. Lang looking in, nothing there. Looks for the back door, trying to get to him. Bounce pass on the back door, stolen away by Frederick. Here comes Hill, straight to the hoop, and he scores.
Good hands by
Jameek Hill.
Yeah, he's got it from behind, clean. Good awareness.
Formulac has it tipped away and into the crowd.
Yeah, as Formulac got the ball from 25, if 25 had relocated down to the corner, he'd have had a real easy give and go. He passed the ball, and then he stood still, did nothing, didn't help his player out.
Linganore inbounds to Formulac. Formulac guarded by number 5, Adlam. Over to Maddox, top of the key. Working around to Nolan.
You're running a wheel, running a basic wheel.
Weave again, there goes Maddox baseline, has it tipped away, out of bounds. Linganore ball. Oh, The referee got that one wrong.
Somebody's going to correct him, I think.
Let's see what they say. Yes.
Yeah, they're having a little conference.
So they're going to change that one. The backside referee got the call.
Yeah,
they did.
The one referee handed the other one a little cup full of pencils.
Yes.
So
it's a humbling experience when you have your call reversed, isn't it?
Hey.
And it's not the video.
If you bring
lob inside and a bucket by Nolan.
Frederick was asleep at the switch. Got a half-court press. Trying to trap him right now for Linganore. And
stolen by Mitchell. Here comes Mitchell. Spin move. Straight up. Kicks it out to Lang and loses it to Frederick. Here comes Hill the other way.
That spin move was about 7 steps too long.
Off the glass. No good. And Hill will take a trip to the free throw line.
It looked really good, but you notice when he spun, he did a complete 360. The ball stayed in his right hand the entire time. You can't do that.
Jameek Hill, with his team tied at 23, breaks the tie with the first free throw.
Linganore showed some pressure at half court, and it worked. They got the steal, and then they immediately gave it right back and then fouled the guy.
Hill to shoot one. Got them both. Nice rainbow free throw. Goes right through. Nothing but strings.
Full court press. Full court. Man to man.
Maddox brings it up. Down the right side. Drives. Pulls up. Backs out. Looking. Challenges in the paint. Kicks it out. Lang back around to Formulac. There's a shot from the wing. Rims in and out. Lang with the rebound. He puts it back and he has it blocked and stolen by Hill.
He just blocked it and took it away at the same time.
Hill way up in the air, goes with a roll off the glass and scores.
So he blocks it, takes it coast to coast. I just need him to give a little bow first right now.
Lang from the corner, swish. Three-pointer by Sean Lang to answer that steal. Underneath, wide open shot, missed. Rebound Lang. Lang doing it all now. Back over to Maddox. Maddox down the left side. Fires it straight to the hoop. Nolan, right-hander, misses. Rebound stripped away, and we've got a foul. That's going to send Nolan to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, you could choose any one of 3 players to assign that foul to him because all 3 of them whacked him pretty good. What if he gets 6 points, 6 tries?
Yeah, you get 6 points for that.
Six tries. 1 foul on each guy, so he gets 6.
And they're saying no. Look at this.
What is it? Another reversal.
It's another reversal. They're saying before the shot.
That's insane. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lob inside, same play.
Different player. Same play, different player.
Jacob Ferens puts it in on the lob.
Frederick's asleep. Coach is going to be screaming at somebody at the next break.
Ball's on the ground. There's a scramble for it. Loose ball on the floor. No, and we've got a whistle. Timeout, Frederick, and they'll maintain possession.
Yeah, so you got timeout instead of the call because possession would have stayed with Linganore.
Interesting.
So rather than, he beat the whistle by the ref by calling timeout.
Absolutely. Linganore with a 1-point lead with 5 minutes to go in the third, 28-27. In a great third period of action here. Court, end-to-end, fast-paced action.
Yeah, they're going for it. So I guess they're counting on no practice tomorrow since they're going to have some snow, so they might as well leave it on the floor.
They don't have to be back till Tuesday, right?
Well, yeah, might as well leave it on the floor. So let's see what we got. Out of bounds play on the sideline for Frederick.
All right, here we go.
No, it's under the basket. My bad.
Frederick shot from the corner. Swish! Oh, baby. Arrington nails the tray.
That was too easy.
And he sort of did the pretty little, look at me shot, didn't he?
Yeah, he waved bye-bye to it.
Inbound Ferens off the glass. No good. Rebound Arrington. Arrington down court. Lobs it down in the corner. Takes a shot from three-point land. No good. Loose ball. Ferens pulls it down. Hand off to Formulac. Formulac down the right side. Goes left. Fires it to the left side to Maddox. Back to Formulac, and we've got to travel.
We walk. I don't care who you are and where you're playing, with the exception of James Harden and Mr. Curry. But running the ball down there and shooting the three.
What high school did they play for?
Funny guy. Actually, Montrose Christian had, what's his name?
Harden.
No.
No? All right. Frederick has it. There's Ferentz from the corner. Arrington again. Air ball this time. He nailed the last one with that pretty little shot. It looked pretty again, but it wasn't even close.
Well, it was a study in contrast. I think that's an artistic thing, isn't it?
Yep. All right. Palacios has it kicked away by Frederick.
Kevin Durant.
Aha. You're right.
He played
You're
with
right.
He played with my son.
The Wizards wanted him to come back based upon that. He was a local, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got pressure by Frederick.
Formulac brings it up. Lang, bounce pass. Nolan drives, pulls up, shoots. No good. Put back by Lang, no good. Tipped by Lang, no good. Rebound Arrington. Fired down court, stolen by the Lancers. Here comes Formulac. Loses the ball, fires it over to Lang. Lang lobs it in to Nolan. Back to Lang on the give and go. Lang pulls up, shoots, and scores.
That was a good hesitation. He came in, landed with both feet, gave a little head fake. The guy went in the air, waited for him to come down, made his little bank shot.
Almost stolen again by Linganore as Adlam gets in trouble and then straight to the hoop. No good. Rebound, loose ball. Formulac has it. 30-30, tie game. Formulac fires it down to Palacios. He drives, kicks it out. Wide open Nolan. No good. Up in the air. Whoa, what a sky rebound for Ferentz, and he's pumped. Frederick calls timeout.
How about that?
Ferentz went way up in the rafters to pull that one down.
Exactly. Somebody, I guess he's looking at those three jerseys up there for Linganore who played the.
I'm getting seasick. All these
have motion sickness going on here.
Tumbling cheerleaders come flying out of nowhere. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row.
Yeah, I think they're passing out Dramamine right now for them.
Give me some too. 3:10 on the clock, 32-30. Linganore leads it, and it's timeout on the floor.
We've got a basketball game here. 3 minutes left. Low scoring game. A lot of action.
Now it's the Frederick cheerleaders' turn. Down at the other end, putting on a great display, doing a little dancing for us.
I think the only thing we need next is for the three referees to give us a little dance move.
A little break dance by the three.
You know, like the cops do on YouTube, you know?
Right.
Little get with the program here, guys. One of the guys I used to referee with is out here. And earlier, another guy I used to referee with, his son was in the JV team.
So Frederick ball in the back court now. Inbound to Arrington. Osai to Arrington. Arrington back to Osai. Osai drifts left, back cross court to Arrington. Down the right side. Pulls up, kicks it over to Osai. In the corner, nothing there. Skip pass. Oh, they lose it out of bounds. No, Linganore comes up with it. Formulac has it stripped away out of bounds. And they've got a whistle on the far side. They're calling a foul on that.
I think it was a foul. Yeah, I think it was a foul. What you
could have
saw
gone either way.
What you saw there was the danger of throwing these over-the-top lob passes. They're in the air a long time.
Yeah.
And I keep telling my players whenever I coach them, make the simple pass. Hit the guy who's standing right next to you. Do that 6 times, you'll end up with an open shot.
Formulac misses the first of 2 shots. He'll shoot 1. Got it. 3-point lead now for the Lancers.
Got half-court pressure by Lancers again.
Arrington breaks it down the left side, rifles it in the corner, skip pass cross court again. There we go to Hill. Hill drives, goes up, hangs in the air, goes off the glass, no good. Out of bounds, Linganore ball.
I think Linganore, if I was wrong, I think they just switched back to zone again, which I think is a great move. Change it up, confuse the other team. You got pressure, full court pressure.
Yeah, full court pressure by the Cadets. Back over to Formulac, he breaks the press. Lang drives, pulls up, bounce pass underneath Ferentz. Ferentz kicks it back out to Formulac. Lang from the point. Underneath, now we've got a whistle.
Good push. Yeah,
got a foul away from the ball?
Well, no, the postman was being guarded, and the guy guarding him for Frederick was pushing behind him, pushing him low, and that's pressure. You're allowed to have your position. So that was the call.
Shot from the corner by Formulac. Boom! He nails the tray.
That almost looked like a regular play. Half-court pressure again by Lancers.
36-30. Biggest lead of the game for the Lancers. Straight to the hoop goes Hill. He misses the shot, but he's fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're up 6 all of a sudden. Lancers showing some spine here.
2:09 to go in the third. Hill to shoot 2. Rims in and out. No good. Jamik will shoot 1 now. Got it. 36-31. Linganore has the lead in the ball as they inbound to Formulac.
You have man-to-man pressure all the way up the floor.
Formulac drives hard down the right side, brings it across midcourt, turns, fires it over in the corner, looking underneath for the give and go, not there. Straight to the hoop, scoop shot no good. Rebound Ferentz, put back, pops in and out, neck in him. It's good.
Yeah, he went up nice and strong on that.
Hill goes up strong to the hoop and he scores back the other way. So end-to-end buckets by both teams. Palacios, 2-on-2, spins, turns, fires it. Wide open, shot, no good. Rebound Frederick. Here comes Osai. Osai's got a 1-on-3 and he backs out. No, he doesn't. He goes baseline, pulls up, reverse layup, no good, but he gets the foul.
Yeah, he went baseline, come up on the other side just before he crossed. Got a little body check, and we got 3 fouls for each team in terms of their team fouls. They don't go into the bonus category till they have 7. So plenty of room for people to hack away without a penalty right now.
Frederick has the ball down by 5 in the corner, back around the front. Tipped away almost, still in the air, Palacios. And we've got a whistle, out of bounds, Frederick ball. Right into the Frederick bench, Osai will inbound.
Linganore looks like they are still in man-to-man right now. I don't know. No, they're in the zone.
Osai shoots from way out, rims in and out, rebound Lang.
Now
Lang bringing it up fast.
Now they did not have anybody for Frederick rebounding. We had 3 guys.
Formulac, he gets the tray from out front, wide open. Baseball pass down court. Stolen, got it back, Frederick has it. Arrington pulls up, shoots from 25. No good, loose ball up in the air. Lang has it. Lang is tied up.
And fouled.
Gets it off to Formulac. He puts it right in the hands of Hill, who scores. Not only that, Mr. Hill will take a trip to the free throw line.
I'm gonna be quiet.
6-point lead for the Lancers. Hill will shoot 1 with 40 seconds on the clock in the third.
I got a feeling that referees never call offensive charges nowadays.
Got it. 5-point game now. Lancers have the lead and the ball. Frederick showing full court pressure. Man full court. Inbound to Formulac. Formulac draws the double team, kicks it back over to Maddox. Back to Formulac. Down on the left side, Palacios. Beautiful bounce pass underneath, and Ferentz puts it in. So 1-2-1.
1-2-1-1 full court press, zone press.
All right. Ferentz will shoot 1 as he's fouled on the bucket. With his team up by 7 now.
Yeah, he went up nice and strong there, muscled it up, used the backboard, gets himself a bonus shot.
And he got it. Biggest lead of the game, 8 points for the Lancers as Frederick brings it up. Osai on the left side.
They're in a zone now.
They are in the zone, 2-3 zone.
Yep, so they've changed it up again. It's paying dividends. They're up 8.
Osai, top of the key, shoots out of nowhere, throws it up there, and it hits the stanchion as it bounces off the iron way up high in the air, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah, it's 12 seconds. See what happens here. See if they get a decent shot off.
Maddox to inbound for the Lancers. Substitutions, we've got number 22 into the game. That's Ward. Comes in for Osai. Down to Lang. Lang gets it. Looking underneath. Not there.
Oh, I had him.
Cross court to Palacios. He shoots. Short rebound. Frederick. Here comes Frederick. They get one away at the buzzer, but it is not even close. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of 3 periods of action, the Linganore Lancers 44 and the Frederick Cadets 36. We'll be right back after this important commercial message.
MedOne Pharmacy is the largest locally owned and operated pharmacy in Frederick County. MedOne Pharmacy has 4 locations in Brunswick, Emmitsburg, Middletown, and Thurmont to provide you with convenience, experience, service, tradition, and value. MedOne Pharmacy. Check out their website at medonepharmacy.com. That's MEDONE pharmacy.com today. Or for more information, call them at 301-271-2223.
MedOne Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Frederick County Public School athletics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 8 minutes on the clock left in this game, and it's an 8-point game. Linganore with the lead, 44-36. It's a low-scoring game, Chris.
It is, yeah. You'd expect, they put these shot clocks in with the idea of speeding the game up and increasing scoring, but you know what? They don't need the shot clock because, they always get off plenty of shots anyway. But, here we go. So our shooting percentages, which I don't have in front of me, I got a feeling are not real high. It's 2-3 zone by...
Oh, Osai loses the ball, just a mental lapse for a moment. Rolls right off his fingertips and into the crowd.
Watch ball into hand. Pressure.
Schwartz back to inbound. Fires it into Maddox. Maddox loses it, tips it over, backcourt violation. But Frederick gets a break on that one.
Yeah, they got him to panic. They gave him something they haven't seen. They didn't respond real well. 2-3 zone still by Linganore.
Working around the horn. Playing catch. Osai shoots the tray. Short. Loose ball on the floor. Ferentz picks it up. Rifles it to Palacios. Palacios drives right and then holds up.
Yeah, he's half an inch from an air ball on that one.
Over to Maddox. Maddox drives the paint. Kicks it out. Palacios pulls up. Shoots the 5-foot runner. No good. Rebound Hill. Hill goes right. Wants to drive baseline. He does. Pulls up. Shoots on the pump. Off the glass and scores.
Yeah, it was a foul. I call that one. He put some serious arch on that. I think he hit the backboard about 2 inches from the very top of it. And managed to squeeze it in.
He bent backwards almost in half, arching his back to get that shot off.
That's that Russian ballerina shot.
Yes. All right. So Jameek Hill will shoot one now with 7:08 on the clock. Swish.
Full court press. Let's see what they're doing.
Nolan.
See, this time what they tried to do, they changed it up, Frederick. Before they were allowing the entry pass. This time they were preventing the entry pass. And that's causing problems.
Lang is hacked on the hand, and that's going to go against Frederick, and it's Linganore ball.
So Frederick this time was in front, was fronting the players for Linganore who didn't know what to do. There were 2 of them. They should have been stacked to give themselves a head break, but previously they've just been allowing the zone press, the 1-2-1-1, they're allowing the entry pass and then trapping. This time they're preventing the pass, which is messing up Linganore. So they're getting some success out of that right now.
Formulek back into the game. Schwartzback give him a good rest. He's ready to go. Linganore ball. Lang looks underneath, fires it into the backcourt to Palacios. Palacios slowly down the left side. Spins, turns, goes left. Hands off to Formulac. Formulac top of the key. Back to Palacios. Palacios drives the paint. Kicks it out to Ferentz. Nolan has it. Nolan drives. Back to Formulac. Ferentz. Formulac. Pulls up. Shoots. Partially blocked. Osai has it. Here comes Frederick. Wide open. Pull-up shot off the glass and scores.
All right, let's see what they do again. Yep, they're pressuring him. All right, they threw it high. He's
Mosley trims the Linganore lead to 3. But Palacios says, I got to solve that problem with another 3 myself.
That was a dagger. Now, one of the things that you'll notice right here is Frederick has upped their tempo on defense, and you're seeing that the offense for Linganore, the guards are being pushed out about 5 extra feet. They're not getting into their offensive positions to start their offense. And that is good defense by Frederick, and that's causing them to have some real problems, Linganore, in terms of getting into something. And that's, in defense, a lot of times we talk about defense. What is it designed to do? It isn't all about blocking the shot or stealing the ball. It's about pushing a guy into a position where he's not comfortable,
right.
or pushing them to do something that they're just not used to doing. And that's what Frederick is attempting to do right now, and they're succeeding because they're pushing that offense really far out.
But Linganore has got a much higher shooting percentage in the second half than Frederick. They're putting the ball in the net. Palacios, I think he had 4 points in the whole game, comes up with almost half of his point total for the whole game with 1 shot.
Yeah, and number 25,
Osai.
He's missed 3 of his last 4 shots, I think.
You're right, good point.
And that's hurting him. He's taking long shots, too.
All right, Frederick brings it up. Mosley has it.
They're doing the same thing. They're trying to
skip pass to Osai, and he throws it out of bounds. That's about 3 mental mistakes in a row on Nathan Osai. First, off his fingertips when he wasn't paying attention.
Well, this one, I don't know. I'd blame him 100%. His man was going out to the corner and then backdoored. He was open on the back door. He was just not patient enough to give his guy a chance to get out. He's got a lot of dribbling now against the pressure.
Formulac gets it down court to Ferentz. Nolan has it to Formulac. Back to Nolan. Nolan backs out. Top of the key. Hands off to Palacios. Palacios back to Nolan. Almost stolen by Hill. Straight to the hoop. Nolan has it knocked out of bounds.
That's 2. Yep. Good patience. Good patience. They tried to steal the ball. Frederick jumped the gun. Missed it like a cornerback. And it was touchdown time.
Like the corner trying to jump the
route.
Yeah.
And, he tried to do that. And there was nobody. His safety was not back there, and Mr. Tom Brady made him pay.
Right. So Christian Nolan will shoot 2 with his team up by 6. Got it. 48-41, 5:47 to go. Wholesale substitutions now by Frederick. As Adlam comes back into the game, we've got Adlam, Osai, Mativia, and I believe Ward in the game. Swish, got them both. Into Osai. Osai fires it over to Hill. Hill drives baseline. Whoa, he pulls up and shoots. Did that go? Was that a bucket?
It did. It did. He did a big hop jump, 2-legged, perfectly legal. It looks weird.
It did look, I thought it was a travel, but
no, he came down with both feet at the same time. So it's considered a jump stop.
Palacios in the paint. Tries that backdoor bounce pass, but Nolan short on the cut to the basket, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, he stumbled. If he kept his feet, he might have had a chance to get it. Here we got half-court pressure by Linganore again.
Down in the corner, Mativia. Dribbles once, back out. Adlam, cross court. Nathan Osai drives, pulls it off the glass, no good. Rebound Hill, put back blocked by Nolan.
Yeah, take that out of here. Take that weak stuff out of here.
Straight to the hoop. Mativia, he misses. Rebound, put back, blocked again. That's back-to-back blocks by Christian Nolan in the paint.
He's on the volleyball team, isn't he?
Yeah.
If he isn't, he will be tomorrow morning.
That got the crowd off their feet. Back around, Adlam. Baseline drive, pull up, bounce pass out to Osai.
Applebee's has a new program. It's called a Wilson Burger.
Mativia shoots and scores.
And the man serving it is number 44. Oh, he missed him.
Into Lang. Lang back over to Formulac. Down court to Palacios. Palacios drifts, looking. Doesn't force the ball. Lobs it over to Formulac. He shoots from the free throw line and it goes.
Nice touch. It hit the rim about 5 times before it went in.
Straight to the hoop. Mativia loses his balance and goes down in the paint, but there's a whistle.
Oh, heck, he'd get a red card even in soccer for that one.
Think he flopped, huh?
No, he didn't flop. He got taken down.
Oh.
Red card disqualification.
All right, Frederick ball. They inbound from underneath the bucket. Lob it over to Adlam. Back around, shot from the wing. No good. Rebound, Nolan.
Yeah, he made one shot. He's missed his last 4 threes.
Osai, no look. Excuse me.
Ooh.
Palacios, no look to Lang. He spins, turns, and makes the bucket. Oh, we've got a body contact. Nolan smashes into the Frederick player and slides right in front of Coach Schreiber.
And there's nobody in the gym that'll say, no, that wasn't a foul. It most definitely was. Kind of thing that everybody goes, I hope he's okay when he gets up.
3:35 to go. Linganore 53, Frederick 45.
We're in our one-on-one now because that was our 7th foul.
Osai to shoot the bonus.
So from
rims in and out, no good. Rebound Linganore. Linganore, Formulac, Palacios.
Go. They had it. They missed it.
Palacios to Nolan. Ferentz from 5 feet, good. 10 feet, okay. 12 feet, all right.
Whoa, take off. Oh,
there's a foul.
that was a takedown. That was 2 points, man.
Lang hits the deck.
Where's the wrestling coach when we need him? Good thing he called that. I didn't think he was going to call anything.
Osai did not like that call. He's still arguing on it.
Well, he had 2 guys and took him, slapped him right on the floor.
He better be careful. He's going to get teed up.
There's no doubt that was a takedown.
3 minutes to go in the game. 55-45. Linganore by 10.
WWE would have been proud of that takedown.
Yep.
All right, so it's 10-point lead all of a sudden. And honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. But the discipline, the team that's more disciplined, I think is beating the team that is more athletically gifted. Okay? And they're each playing to their strengths.
And in all fairness, I think Linganore has shot really well. Their percentages are way high in the second half.
And that's a result of discipline, moving the ball.
Yeah, you're right.
You see them taking open shots. You're always seeing 1 or 2 guys getting a hand on the ball on the offensive backboard. You're not seeing that right now. No one's crashing the boards for Frederick the last 5 times down.
Into Formulac, he goes straight to the hoop, bounce pass underneath. Wide open, Ferentz misses layup. Put back is good by Maddox.
Maddox saved him for that because
stolen by Formulac and stolen back by Osai. Osai goes straight in. Osai goes for the dunk, and he's slammed by Maddox. Let's see what the call is. Both players hit the deck.
Oh, that was nice by Maddox. I'd have called that one clean, but I think they're going to call foul on that.
Maddox and Osai collide at the rim.
No, they were 6 inches above the rim. That's when they hit. And the basketball player in me says, let it fly, baby.
You like that, huh?
I like that. I wouldn't have called that. I called that incidental contact. Okay, a few broken bones, but incidental contact.
Osai to shoot 2. Makes the front end. 10-point game now, 57-47 with 2:56 to go.
Okay, he's doing working around the ball, around his body a few times.
Little wiggle there. See that little wiggle? And he missed it. See? That wiggle made him miss it. Full court pressure. Here comes Maddox. He breaks the press. Maddox controls the ball. Good dribbling by Maddox. Palacios to Formulac. He shoots from that spot and nails it.
That's a free throw shot. Nobody guarding him.
Beautiful jump shot by Formulac at the free throw line.
We got a 13-point game here.
And now we got to turn. Oh, no. Frederick comes back up with it. Arrington lobs it to Hill. Hill pulls up. No good. Rebound. Loose ball. Stolen. Frederick shot. And it's good off the glass, and he's fouled.
Yeah, had his hands straight up in the air, and then when they shot it, he just dipped them just a little bit, and that's just all the referee has to see to call a foul. If he had left the hands straight up in the air, he might have gotten away with it.
So Osai will shoot one with his team down by 11, hoping to trim it back to 10.
Yeah, he got that little wiggle.
And he
lost it again.
He missed it.
Yeah, shooter's wiggle. Doesn't work.
Lang brings it up, fires it wide open. Ferentz goes, double pump by Ferentz, and he scores.
I think he wanted to dunk it, but he realized he was 14 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
So he brought it down, double pumped, and made a left-handed layup.
You're exactly right. Osai pulls up, shoots the 15-footer, rims in and out. Rebound Ferentz. Ferentz gets tied up underneath. He gets it away to Lang. Lang looking. Lang puts his head down, drives to the bucket, and gets fouled by two players. And look at Adlam. Adlam talking to the referee over there, saying we had position, but they didn't.
Position. He went right between them,
Right.
and they threw him to the floor.
He stuck his head down like a football player.
He slid 6 feet.
And drove right between them.
He slid 6 feet. They need to mop up his face plant there.
Lang to shoot two. Misses the first one.
See, his face hit the ground. He can't see through the rim right now.
So Mosley, did you see that exchange?
Yeah.
Between the ref and Mosley? All right, Mosley, rebound. Out to Osai. Osai going fast. Pulls up, spins, turns, fires it over to Arrington. He shoots.
All right, now there's another
Way
air ball.
too long, out of bounds, air ball.
He made one three-pointer back in the second quarter. His last 5 from threes, he's missed.
And not only missed, but he didn't even hit the rim.
Right, so it would have been a clock violation.
Into Palacios, back to Lang. Lang up court, wide open, goes underneath, scoop shot. Maddox, put back by Ferentz, no good. Rebound Osai. Osai coming hard down the right side, goes left, drives the paint, kicks it in, shoots it, scores, and he's fouled.
You see who's hitting the boards the hardest. Last time down, we still had two Lancers underneath the basket, pushing, trying to get position. And they had inside position. You don't have to jump real high to get a rebound if you have inside position.
Yes.
And that's what they have consistently here.
61-50. Lancers have the lead with 1:27 on the clock, and we've got a timeout on the floor. And that little exchange there from before, when Lang went to make the free throw, Adlam threw the ball right at the referee's face, and the referee caught it like an inch from his nose, and he gave him the hairy eyeball like, don't do that, son.
Yeah, well, what do they call that in the NBA? They call it chirping.
Yeah.
Chirping. They're chirping.
He's chirping.
Usually they're chirping at each other, the players, but sometimes you get a little testy with the referees too.
Well, in all fairness, I got to give it to Frederick. They have not given up. They're still very much, their heads are in this game and they want to win.
They make this free throw, they're down 10. That's 3 threes away, so they're only 3 shots away in 1:30.
Yeah.
There's potential there. They're going to have to hustle to do it, though.
Right.
And so far, their shooting percentage, as you've mentioned, I haven't seen the charts, but I think you're right. I think it's going to be pretty low.
Let's paint the picture for you now. 1:27 to go in the game. Linganore leads 61-50. Osai will go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2. Let's see if he gives us that little wiggle again.
Yep,
there it is. And he made it. Okay. Oh, he only shot 1.
Okay, now they're wide open. Give it
down court to Nolan. Nolan had the 2-on-1, but why did he back out?
Because they want to milk the clock a little bit.
Yeah, I get it. All right, back around the horn. Palacios. Palacios to Formulac.
They're going to foul. Someone's going to foul somebody.
Nolan back out front.
They're
Palacios.
See,
Formulac wide open, no good. Rebound, Nolan. Nolan puts it back, and he's fouled.
Yep, number 4.
So Mosley gets the foul.
That's one of those fouls you hate as a player. You're just standing there and your arms are out, and the other guy tries to go up to shoot the ball, and as he's going up, he hits your arm, which you haven't moved, and the referee is going to call it every time, and that's exactly what happened.
So Nolan will shoot two.
Two, yes, sir.
With his team up by 10 and a minute on the clock.
Yeah, we're in the bonus, but it doesn't matter because he was shooting.
Wow. Nolan has had one heck of a game.
Yeah, we got double bonus for the Lancers, so if they foul anybody on Frederick gets to shoot two, and we're in the bonus for Linganore also.
Nolan shoots one and makes it. Arrington in the no side, cross court to Hill. Hill drifts right, between the leg dribble, fires it, baseline, pull-up shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. Rebound Nolan. Nolan rips it away, has the ball stolen by Frederick. Off the glass, Adlam scores. And Coach Schreiber calls a timeout.
Yeah, 10-point game, 50 seconds left. And
can you do anything with that?
You can. There's a thing called prayer.
Is it a miracle?
They're going to have. I mean, they're going to have to.
Yeah, you got to have 3 threes.
You got to have to stop Linganore, which they have not done. Linganore is throwing to the open man. They're being, again, pretty disciplined. Everybody's on the same page, and you got to stop that. And now, when they fronted the out of bounds the last couple times, instead of allowing the in-downs pass, when they fronted it and tried for the, deny the entry pass, that's where they're having success on the press for Frederick. We'll see if they do that right now.
All right, here we go. Time in on the floor. Nolan will inbound in the back court for Linganore.
Yeah, they're going to deny. They're going to face up, and they're going to deny. And they have up. There we go.
Into Lang, over to Formulac. Man, they break that easy. Formulac with a wide open layup.
See, they denied, but the guy at half court, number 22, he didn't get the memo. He didn't deny. He just stood there and watched.
Osai throws an elbow, goes to the hoop and scores. Let's see if they called that. Yeah, they saw the elbow, and that's
a shooting foul. You're going to shoot. Oh, it's a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one.
Yeah, well, they're not doing one-on-one. They're inbounding to Linganore. Why is that? There's a foul, intentional on Palacios by Adlam. Why? I don't get it.
I think it might be because it was an offensive foul, but I'm not up to date on the rules. It seems to me, even on an offensive foul like that, it should have been a shooting foul.
Yeah.
But that might be the exception. I'll have to ask the referee after the game.
Okay. So Palacios shooting the bonus, hits the front end, so he's got one to go.
13-point game. I don't think the smart money is on Frederick at this point.
No.
But they played well.
All right, he misses the second one. Rebound Osai. Osai straight to the hoop. Goes up, off the glass, no good. Loose ball tipped away, rebound. Frederick's got it. Knocked away, Linganore's got it. On the ground, Frederick gets it back. Hill, he does that little jump cut again, and it goes, and he's fouled. And Maddox's hands are up in the air saying, what happened there?
Yeah, that's something that is a recent addition to the game of basketball. In my day, if we'd have done something like that, even though technically it's okay, they would have called that travel all day long.
Yeah.
But they're allowing that. They're allowing this 2.5 step thing from Europe to infiltrate. We're being invaded.
Yeah. So Hill to shoot the bonus. Ooh, rims in and out. Loose ball tipped up in the air. Lang comes down with it. Lang to Formulac. Formulac is fouled from behind. No whistle. There it is. Now they whistle. So Osai reached in and grabbed a hold of Formulac. And he gets the 2 shots on the double bonus as Bennett steps to the free throw line. And all of the Linganore players back out of the lane and go into the back court.
And you tell everybody, don't foul anyone. Let them shoot.
Formulac makes 1.
They're up 12.
Formulac makes 2.
So just let them bring it down. Don't foul them. Just stand there.
13-point lead for the Lancers now. 7 seconds to go. Hill drives the lane. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Lang. They're just going to let it run out. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Linganore Lancers have defeated the Frederick Cadets 68-55 here on their home arena on a Friday night. We'll be right back after this message for your post-game wrap-up. You're listening to Cool 1450 AM, and this is your source for the best high school sports in Frederick County.
Visit the Shamrock today. The Shamrock is located on Route 15, just a mile north of Thurmont. That's the Shamrock Restaurant for good food and some warm Irish hospitality. Tell them WTHU sent you is more fun than a barrel full of leprechauns. That's the Shamrock Restaurant since 1963. When you mention the mere thought of Ireland in Frederick County, the first thing that springs to mind is the Shamrock Restaurant. Locally owned and operated, the Shamrock Restaurant is a dining legend around the region, featuring Fitzgerald family recipes in the tradition of the Irish countryside. For the Shamrock, it's a continuation of their old country family recipes using fresh, authentic ingredients. Dining in a warm, relaxed atmosphere that you'll remember as a seasonal event. The Shamrock Restaurant, located just north of Thurmont on Route 15. Stop by today and find out why it's the most popular restaurant in our area for over 30 years. The Shamrock Restaurant.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Linganore Lancers. Impressive victory as they were knotted up at 21 apiece at halftime, and they rolled all the way up to a 13-point lead to take this one 68-55 against the Frederick Cadets. Chris, who do you got as your player of the game? What do you think?
Who's number 44? Who's number 44?
44 is Ferentz. Mr. Ferentz.
I like what he contributed. I liked his overall game. I don't know how many points he had exactly.
Jacob Ferentz.
Yeah, I liked his intensity. The guard for Linganore, number 2. What's his name? Number 2.
For Linganore's Formulac, Bennett Formulac.
He did a understated, excellent job of managing the game, making the right passes. He didn't score an awful lot, but without him handling that press and being the quarterback, those two guys I think were the keys. And you got to say, just a good job overall. The team played like a team.
Yeah.
And that won the game for him.
And it occurs to me that honorable mention should go to Christian Nolan, because that kid was all over the floor. And I've got a feeling if we looked at the scoring, he might be the leading scorer of this game.
Okay, yeah. Well, what about Lang?
Lang, I don't know, but I didn't go look at the scores table. But Sean Lang and Christian Nolan were the offense tonight.
Yeah. Again, and here we're having this discussion right now. We're having a hard time picking out who was the MVP.
Yeah.
And
sure.
What does that scream to you? That screams that this is a team game, and they played so well as a team. Not that Frederick did not. I'm not saying that they did not.
Sure. Yeah.
But this is kind of what stands out, and they should take some real pride in that.
All right, so this is exciting because a week from tonight we'll be right back here sitting in these chairs right here at Linganore, and guess who's coming to town?
Okay.
The Big Bad Bears.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So what do you think, having seen both teams play now? It's a good matchup?
It is, and honestly, I will tend to want to give Linganore the edge based on what I've seen. But we'll find out. I think we're going to have two disciplined teams going at each other. And that's when we're going to, scheme, coaching, and talent starts to take its edge.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great Martin Luther King holiday weekend. We'll be having some fun and taking a little time off ourselves, and we'll be back with you next Friday night right here for some more great high school basketball. Meanwhile, enjoy all this fabulous oldies music that we've got lined up for you, and much, much more. This is Cool 1450 AM. On behalf of the entire WTHU team, I want to thank Hollis Zimmerman, our videographer, Chris Erickson, color analyst, and myself, Michael Betteridge, and especially you for making all of this possible. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
Cool beans.
Here's the cool 1450 AM forecast. For tonight, partly cloudy and an overnight low of 31. Tomorrow brings us snow later in the morning, and then mixing with freezing rain as the afternoon goes on tomorrow with a high near 33. Tomorrow night, rain, freezing rain, and sleet with an overnight low of 29. Sunday brings us a chance of snow and freezing rain in the morning, and then turning partly sunny with a high near 30. And Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 8 above. From the cool 1450 AM Center, I'm John Stevenson.
Cool 1450 AM, WTHU, Thurmont.